This is the future.
This video is a sort of preparation for the 3 upcoming Kuva weapon variants, namely, the Kuva Zarr, Kuva Grattler, and Kuva Hek at the moment. The stats, and as well as if these new Kuva weapons will have new mechanics, are still unknown. What we know is that they will be part of the Kuva Lich system, and we could expect that it's another ultimate grind fest for those Murmurs. But to help you out lessen the grind, I decided to create an updated Kuva Lich hunting video. It has been years since the Nemesis system has been added to the game, and during that period, many have changed and some things actually made the grind for Kuva Lich a lot easier. There are lots to discuss in this video, so let's not waste any time and begin this guide. The first thing you need to know is a Progenitor Warframe. There's nothing really complicated about Progenitor. All you need to know is that the Warframe you are using while hunting a Kuva Larvling will somehow dictates what type of element you will have in your Kuva weapon. These are the list of Warframe and elements they will be adding to your Kuva weapon. So, if you want to have an innate heat element in your Kuva Branner, all you need to do is bring Chroma while hunting a Kuva Larvling. So, what's the best element right now, squad leader, for each Kuva weapons? Well, it depends on how you want to use your Kuva weapons, or what type of element you need from them. Most of those who are hunting Kuva Nuka are going for magnetic so they can add another more element to one of the best primer weapons in the game right now. This allows Kuva Nuka to give out more elements, which increases the damage buff given by condition overload. But there are also cases wherein players want toxin so they can easily mix it up with corrosive, viral, or gas. In the end, it totally depends on your personal preference and what combo will you be using that Kuva weapon. Now let's proceed to hunt Kuva Larvling. Before you can even spawn a Kuva Lich, you must find first a Kuva Larvling. This one is pretty easy. All you need to do is run the capture mission in Cassini Saturn. Capture the target, then wait until Big Fat Kuva Boy announces a small fry being promoted as a sacrifice for the queen. And then, murder the Kuva Larvling, but don't press the paras and finisher just yet. Take note that you can now see what Kuva weapon the Larvling is holding, and if it's the one you are looking for, then proceed. But if not, then just walk to the extraction and repeat the mission. You will get rewarded with 200 Kuva, which is not that important, but I think that you should know. Also, I would like to clarify those rumors in the past that Larvling that are glowing have 100% ephemeral along with the Kuva weapon. This is not true, and after testing it a couple of times, I have to say that it's just a myth and nowhere near the truth. The glowing effect of the Larvling might be a bug, or just the lighting in the area. Nonetheless, there's no way of knowing the ephemera as it's randomized. Once the Larvling turned into your nemesis, it's time to farm Murmurs. Your Kuva Lich will gain territory in the star chart, and each time it levels up, it increases its territory. The mission are the usual star chart missions, but only this time, you have to kill Kuva Thralls to farm Murmurs and unlock the Unveil the Requiem mods that will kill your Kuva Lich. Each time your Kuva Lich spawn in the mission, and you fail to kill it, it will increase its level. The maximum rank of Kuva Lich is 5, and he or she will gain about 100 plus levels when he attains this rank. Also, you should know about the rage meter of your Kuva Lich. A rage meter can be seen in the Kuva Lich profile page, representing the likelihood that it will appear in the player's missions. The angrier Kuva Lich, the more likely the player will encounter them. Only killing thralls in nodes occupied by the player's Kuva Lich will further anger the Kuva Lich and increase the meter. Occupied node mission completion will not increase the meter, nor will kill thralls in different Kuva Lich nodes via taxi, although the latter will still give Murmur progress. There are 5 levels of anger: indifferent, annoyed, fuming, furious, and last one is enraged. The meter will reset every time the Kuva Lich levels up. Note that a failed assassination attempt on a level 5 Kuva Lich will not result in its rage meter decreasing due to them not leveling up past level 5, therefore maintaining your chance of encountering them in future nodes. It is always better to confront your Kuva Lich every time it spawns, since it gives out more Murmur bonus when you strike it compared to those Kuva Thralls, which we will talk later. Based on my experience, the Lich starts spawning during the fuming phase, and it seems to be always a guaranteed spawn when it's enraged. And when he or she at rank 5, plus it's enraged, the faster the Murmur farm process. But there are instances wherein I can take out my Lich before even unveiling the Requiem mods, and that is purely by luck and just equipping random Requiem mods, and praying that it's the right combination. By the way, you should also know that there is not guarantee that the second time you unlock a Requiem mod, it means that it's the right Requiem for the second slot. There are times wherein the second Requiem mod you unlock is meant on the third slot. So basically, it's an all-out grind fest, and luck will play a big role in making the process a lot faster. Now, let's continue on the Kuva Thralls. A Kuva Lich does not maintain their territory on its own. Aside from enlisting the aid of Grineer soldiers, a select few of these soldiers are turned into Kuva Thralls, who are behaviorally identical to standard Grineer troops but have various bonuses. Aside from inheriting Kuva Lich's movement ability, they receive 25% less damage compared to their standard counterparts. Additionally, should a Kuva Lich spawn in a mission, they will convert a nearby Grineer every 20 seconds into a Thrall as well. These Thralls are otherwise identical to normal Thralls, though their weapon colors are changed to match the general color scheme of their Kuva Lich. And finally, let's talk about Requiem mods. Requiem mods are a special subset of Parison mods, each one an enigmatic phrase fragment of a complete Requiem sequence, thus the only way to kill your nemesis. They do not possess any polarity, have a drain of 0, and hold up to 3 charges per mod for a mod of rank 0. The number of charges is indicated by the number of bright pink dots above the word Parison on the mod's icon. Each time a mod is successfully used in a Requiem sequence to lethally defeat a Kuva Lich, in other words, a successful vanquish or convert, the mods will increase in rank by 1 and be drained of 1 of their charges, thus losing 1 of the pink dots on their icon, becoming powerless at rank 3, that is once all 3 charges are used up. The mod is defiled, and in this state, it can only be broken down into endo, sold for credits, or transmuted. 4 Requiem mods, including rank 3 defiled ones, can be transmuted into a single new, random, rank 0, fully charged, Requiem mod. These mods are tradable between players at any rank, even at rank 3 defiled, with a trade tax of 2,500. The rank of the mod can be determined by both the number of the lit pink dots on the mod's icon, with rank 0 having all 3 dots and rank 3 having none, and also will be shown in text on the trading confirmation dialog, just as it would be for any non-Requiem mod. Squad leader, I'm new to the game, so where do I find these Requiem mods aside from buying from players? Requiem mods can be obtained through Requiem Relics, which can be found in Kuva Flood and Kuva Siphon missions. Flood missions guarantee a Requiem Relic as a reward, while standard Kuva Siphon missions have a 30% chance at dropping one. Also, there's a chance that Kuva Thralls can drop Requiem Relics, so basically, the more you farm Kuva Lich, the more the chances you gain Requiem mods also. And yes, just like standard Fisher mission, these Requiem relics need to be cracked open so you can get a chance to earn a Requiem mod. Just like I've said, luck plays a big role in farming Kuva Lich weapons and their ephemera, but you can always bypass that by just buying them from other players if you have the platinum. Anyway, they only cost around 5 to 8 platinum, and you can use one Requiem mod 3 times. Before we discuss about the best Kuva Lich hunter warframes, I would like to remind you that it's still better to hunt Kuva Lich in a team. It is doable solo, but it takes time since you are limited with the Murmur grind. With a team, you can ease up the Murmur grind since every time your teammates spawn their Kuva Lich, and when you confront it, you will also receive a percentage of Murmur gain, allowing you to unveil Requiem mods a lot faster. Plus, it's way better to be with a team since the mission will be a lot easier and faster. Right now, I can't recommend a mission which you should do first and do later for Kuva Lich hunting. In the past, I usually run those long missions like survivals to farm Murmurs, but since there's a limited number of Thralls right now, you can just run any missions and make sure to kill 10 Thralls then leave. However, there are instances wherein I dislike a mission since it has little flow of enemy. Missions like spies are not my type since enemies are not aggravated. I step away from this mission not because it's bad, but because of personal preference. Just remember that when your Leech spawn, allow him or her to turn 10 normal Grineer first to Thralls to farm more Murmurs in one mission. Now, you can actually hasten the Kuva Lich hunting process by using some specific Warframe. Number 1 on my list is still Mesa, but right now, I got an added setup to make her the ultimate Kuva Lich hunter. If you can recall, I did share with you a Gloom Mesa build. It turns out that Gloom Mesa is completely broken in Leech hunting. Not only does it solve the survivability problem of Mesa while using her Peacemaker, but it also slows down the Kuva Lich, making things a lot easier for you. But in this case, we will not be needing the slow since Mesa can just go ballistic with her Peacemaker. The build I'm using for a Kuva Lich hunter Mesa is this: just high duration with some efficiency and power strength. For her Peacemaker, I just modded it with lots of critical damage, multi-shot and radiation. Why radiation squad leader? This isn't exactly intended for the Kuva Lich since they adapt on weakness, but this is more intended on making the Murmur farm easy. Regardless of what element you put in your weapon, it will still not work with the Leech since they don't get affected by any status effect. Radiation is more suitable for the Grineer and it makes killing them a lot faster, especially when enemy levels go up to level 100 plus. Now, Leech may not be affected by any status effect, but you can still take advantage of the condition overload melee setup. If you don't have a Mesa yet, then you can always use other Warframes for the job. Basically, you can use the Meta Primer right now, Level's signature shotgun, the Cedo to apply multiple status effect on the Leech and smacking them with your hybrid melee weapon. But again, you don't need to build your melee weapon for status. Go with pure critical, elemental damage of your choice, preferably corrosive or viral since you can equip Primed Fever Strike, or just go with a radiation build since it works perfect for all Kuva Lich missions. The higher the critical chance of your melee weapon, the better your damage against the Kuva Lich. Anyway, enemies in these types of missions don't scale past level 150, so you will have no problem killing them with this kind of mod setup in your melee weapon. So what Warframes can you recommend, squad leader? If you don't like Gloom or you don't have the resources to slap it in your Warframe, then you can just go with invisibility Warframes. Leech are still dumb enemies and they can't do a thing once you are invisible. Just smack them with your melee weapon until they bleed out. You can go with Ivara, Ashe, Octavia or even Loki. Anyway, you will have no problem being detected since there's a 1 second delay of detection that has been added right now, which gives time to go invisible again once your ability expired. But again, using such invisible Warframes may cheese Kuva Leeches, but farming Murmurs will be a bit longer compared to using the jump, aim and shoot Peacemaker Mesa. The best advice I can give is to choose only those missions that your Warframe can handle. Step away from those missions that need crowd control like interception, excavation, or even mobile defense. Another Warframe that is good for Kuva Lich hunting is Inaros with Gloom. Shevagoth's ability made Sand King Inaros complete by providing not just crowd control, but also a reliable way to heal. Just slap Gloom in his Tornado ability and build Inaros with lots of health, plus Primed Flow and Negation Swarm. We will talk about this later, but for now, there are other ways to kill Kuva Lich faster, and with the Helminth system, you can make it even faster. So that's all about it. I hope that this guide may help you in farming the new Kuva weapons coming in the Sisters of Parvos update. I have more Warframe guide videos coming soon, so stick around and I hope that you are enjoying the content. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.